it was a K through 8 school, so we were graduating. And the graduating class got to go to a theme park called Hershey Park, which is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, the sweetest place on earth. Now, class trips for me were usually a chance to go be insane and get in trouble. When we went to Baltimore, I almost got kicked out of a Fuddruckers, which I was pretty proud of. So my buddy, I had 2 friends, and we were going to go to Hershey Park and be insane. One was Tommy. Now, Tommy was just like me. A spaz and just wanted to get attention. So when we were around each other, there was a lot of one-upmanship. You know, it was kind of what was Mike going to do and what was Tommy going to do, and back and forth. And then there was Vince. And Vince was Tommy's oldest friend. They grew up together, and he was just kind of a nice guy. Vince was such a nice guy. Vince didn't even ride the roller coasters because they made him scared. Yeah, exactly. That's Vince. So we spent the first half of the day riding all the rides, but it was the middle of the week and the start of the season, so no one's there. And at that point, we sort of knew there was kind of nothing else to do at the park. So Tommy had the idea, hey, we know where all the cameras are on the rides, so let's start flicking off the cameras. Yeah! I was on another ride and I came back and I ran over and I was like, this is the best thing ever! So what you do is you ride the ride and then you get to the camera, and it was so easy to do, even Vince was like getting on roller coasters to do it. When you get to the camera section, as you're like, woo, woo, yeah! And then you run down to the photo booth and there'd be this orange screen up that it would say, this photo has obscene material that cannot be shown, and everyone would cheer! And then the security guard would come and go, you guys gotta stop that, and then you run away! Well, this was an awesome idea and a lot of fun, and everyone had a great time all afternoon. But this was Tommy's idea. And so I was kind of getting one-upped here. So we went back to school. It was about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and there's nobody there. Tommy and I and Vince, we all had to go to the bathroom, so we all go in the bathroom. And we all get in there, and I go, guys, we're graduating. We already graduated, hell. We gotta pull a class prank. And they're like, yeah, I guess, what do you want to do? I don't know. They're kind of like hanging out. I don't know, it's kind of go to the bathroom and go home, man, whatever. What I did next is now referred to as a showcase or a Shanghai Cobra, according to Urban Dictionary. I dropped my pants, turned around, and pooped in the urinal. Right in front of Tommy and Vince. I didn't realize that until I was in the middle of it. So they were just like stunned. But they were the only people who knew. There was no one else in the school. And I was like, prank accomplished! Yeah, we did it! And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, well, we can't tell anyone. Okay. Next night at school was a talent show. And I show up, and Tommy and Vince are both there. And they're like, dude, the principal called our moms. We got called. We had to come into school. They interrogated us. And I look at Tommy. Tommy's a born liar. Tommy's like, yeah, I didn't tell him nothing, man. We're good, we're good. And I turn to Vince. Vince can keep a secret, but Vince is not a liar. He doesn't even ride roller coasters. I'm like, Vince? He's like, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Vince, what'd you say? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Fine. Okay, we're good. We then performed a routine where we dressed in drag and pretended to be cheerleaders, which went over really well for a really uptight Catholic crowd at a talent show for some reason. The next day, my mom comes downstairs. I'm hanging out in the basement playing video games, hanging out with my cat, the usual. She's got that disappointed look on her face that I got to know pretty well. Michael, the principal, called me. Bam, I'm in the principal's office. We're hanging out. Miss Reddington, the principal, leans over. Michael, something happened in the bathroom last night. Do you want to tell me what that is? Miss Reddington, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I mean, Tommy, myself, and Vince, we just went in and did our business, and that was it. And I look at my mom. She knows I am lying. She knows. But she doesn't want to let Miss Reddington get away with this. She got nothing on me. So I'm like, yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm feeling fine. I think I'm going to walk out of here a champ. And then Miss Reddington looked at me, and she said, well, Mr. Bottoms, the school janitor, came in yesterday and found it and had to clean it up. And all of a sudden, I felt this massive amount of that Catholic guilt you were talking about earlier just whoosh over me. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna cave. I said, you know, I'll come in, I'll help out Mr. Bottoms. I'll help clean the school or something, just to clear my name, you know. I went in the next day. Mr. Bottoms was there. I was expecting, he knew I was there. He knew exactly why I was there. He didn't need me to say it. There wasn't a secret. I expected to be cleaning the bathroom floor with a toothbrush most of the day. And instead, he hung out with me and we played horse, like basketball. He deserved so much better, and I deserved so much worse. But he was incredibly kind to me and just kind of let it go. So after that, I just realized any of these stupid pranks that I pulled and all these goofy stories I talked about, or like running around and doing goofy stuff, that was fine if it just affected me. But the day when it made someone like Mr. Bottoms have to clean up after me, it wasn't cool anymore. It wasn't fun. And that was the secret. Thanks, Ed.